Ew.
Ew.
Welcome in. Wow.
Woo.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Even though my sleep cycle will be much improved, I'm very happy and sad that we have to wait, well, now 3 years for another Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics coming around soon.
I say we only got like 6 months until the Winter Olympics.
All right, good. Thank you for joining us. Hit us in the comments. Tyler, how are you doing on this Monday evening?
Doing good, man. Yeah, kind of similar to you. Like I am definitely happy for my sleep schedule, but always sad to see the Olympics go. Like I was thinking about it tonight. Like, man, what am I gonna watch? Like, there's no like handball on. There's no like sport climbing. Like what am I gonna watch now? I don't even know.
Can we
I don't even
get
know.
some skateboarding? Can we get some water polo? Please, for the love of
something.
God. I think
Give.
just you don't realize what you have until it's gone. I'm just saying.
Don't know what you got.
Till
It's
gone.
gone. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but again, you know what? Ultimately, I'm just glad they were able to get through the Olympics, able to actually complete.
That it's a kind of heroic effort that they pulled this off.
But all in all, man, I'm doing good. You know, again, that's gone. But look, baseball's kicking on. Football starts in like I think a month from today or something like that. We have football or 30 days from today. Premier League starts up this week. We'll get into that probably later on this week. But you know, as one door closes, another one opens. So let's move on with this, Ron. How are you doing today?
Thus is life for a sports fan. I mean, don't feel like you are starved because it just keeps going and it will never stop. And if you really get sucked into that wormhole that Tyler and I are firmly deep buried into,
Perpetually
you know. So I got people hit me up like, hey, like, would you like to do another fantasy league? I'm like, I don't know, but probably, maybe. All right, probably. I probably will. But just the sports cycle does not stop. So
no.
Very, very entertained. And as I said, I mean, Olympics, I know some people out there were hating on it. Not interested. Maybe the year offset maybe threw people off, but
the time difference, I think, definitely threw people off to this one.
Well, yeah, the time difference for sure, because I could really only watch a lot of these things live on the weekend. But come on, man, Olympics, like, hey,
it's the Olympics, man.
And you know this, man. But we did have a very entertaining weekend of sports. Actually, let's just pop off on the Olympics right now.
Let's do it.
This is the final medal count, which USA came through with the gold medals and the total medals. So USA all the way. I don't know. I felt like coming down the stretch, I was like, all right, now we're in our kind of like wheelhouse here where we can, catch up to the Chinese here.
Yeah, it was definitely a concern, like really when you look at the medal count for like swimming, the US actually did really good. It's just they didn't have, crazy freakish generational athlete like Michael Phelps that was getting like 8-10 gold medals in one Olympics. The gymnastics, I know, didn't get the golds they all thought they would. Whatever, that happens. Let them have a down year. The men's track and field, shit the bed as far as gold medals goes. I think they only got 2. One being my guy Ryan Krauser in the shot put, the other being the men's 4x400 meter relay. It was just weird, but in the end, hey, look, USA pulled through. I think the having the basketball finals being as late as they were, kind of that's I think those are the two that kind of put the U.S. over the top, was the men's and women's both winning gold in basketball. But look at the total medals, obvious domination there. U.S. still leading the gold medals. So, look, hopefully they can bounce back, maybe be more to the typical dominant self in Paris in 3 years. Definitely in LA in 7 years. Which, man, we got to go to that so bad. Like I don't even care. We got
Oh
to go
my
to
God. Yes. I will, as I already told Tyler post show, last show, I will go to the canoeing event at Lake
that.
Paris. Like, it
Yes.
does not matter at all. Rhythmic gymnastics, dressage, I don't know. But, well, maybe. But I do see we have CEO Nick on the Canada Steak Burger Celebrity Hotline. So let's bring him in. I don't know what all you saw, Mr. CEO, but how are you feeling about these Olympics right now? Because USA all the way.
USA in this. What can I say it?
Yes, absolutely.
USA in this hoe, and USA in this hoe. 3 times.
USA in the smile.
Yeah, sure. But
Up in the smile.
Up in the smile.
Fuck what they talking about.
I mean, I
USA
was
is
able
home.
to catch some of the live events. I did see some of the rugby sevens. Did see the swimming, 4x4. Great event. One thing, me, I'm a big basketball fanatic. Going back to KD's comments, I was like their skills are unmatched. I was like, ooh. I was like, I don't know if you've noticed, but the game has kind of changed over the years. Like more international players. Like, for God's sakes, the MVP. The last 2 MVPs weren't even Americans. So the world's catching up. The world is definitely catching up to us. But in 3 years, I expect a quick turnaround, dominance again. Probably a bigger margin of an even bigger margin of victory with medals in the medal count. But we'll see. I mean, I did see the archery, like you guys pointed out, that shit is actually pretty dope, especially with the heartbeat monitor. I was like, oh, all right, 3 years, can't wait.
Also, I do want to say this, and all whatever apologies due to the CEO, but we do run this shit in basketball, and a lot of people were, hating on Team USA, myself included, but KD and also Draymond addressed these concerns after they won, and I thought it was very deserved.
There you go. Everybody who said we was gonna take the L, they had some power rankings out.
Kendrick Perkins, you talk a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
They had some,
act like you American.
They had some power rankings out. They had us fourth behind Slovenia.
Like this not our game.
Come on, man. Talking about they catching up to us. Like, are you serious? This skill is unmatched. You dig? Shout out to everybody that won this gold. Everybody that chipped in and helped out. We're going to the press conference, but I had to talk my shit real.
You know what? I love that too because KD now overtakes Carmelo as the all-time leading scorer in U.S. and I think all Olympic basketball scoring. 3 gold medals deep, and they, as far as I could see, they just kind of figured it out. Like, it was thrown together. Yes, like you had people coming out of the finals, which, shout out to Booker,
Holiday.
Yeah, all these Middleton, like they were just in the finals, and they come back and win a gold medal. So, and Holiday was huge. Booker was huge. I thought Dame was very crucial in that. The way they sort of figured it out, like with the rotation. So, hell yeah, dude. We still run this. Come and get it. Basketball. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. Like, look, it did take some figuring out. Obviously, we saw how the preseason went, but I think even at the time we were all saying, like, is it concerning? A little maybe, but not overly concerning. They'll figure it out. Losing that first game to France, not looking great the first couple games, but again, that was just kind of, I think we, touched on Friday, like kind of adjusting to the kind of the style of refereeing in FIBA. Like they're not quick to call the fouls. And it's just a different style of gameplay with the U.S. Once they figured it out, it was kind of no contest. Like they were going to run away with it, and they did. So, I would kind of like to see, maybe in 3 years get a rematch of that final, so the U.S. can maybe beat France on France's home soil. That would actually be kind of a nice final, I think.
Well, I mean, Gobert is still going to be there, but
Yeah.
we're probably going to have like 8 other guys. Like,
Assuming Gobert doesn't shut down all of sports for
well, we can only hope. As he is wont to do. But
yes.
like I said, I mean, keeping the streak going. Obviously, the women came through with the gold medal.
Always.
That's a superpower team.
Super 5-time gold medalist, which is insane.
Yeah. And I saw, we'll see how it plays out. But Taurasi was like, I'll see you in Paris. Like, on her walk-off on the interview. Like, oh, dang. Which she's probably still going to be one of the better women's basketball players in the world at that time.
Probably.
So I'd love to see it. And I just, like I said, I really don't want to see the U.S. lose in basketball at this point. Even if, and I actually do enjoy that the rest of the world is catching up. Argentina, Spain, France in the final. But, I mean, come on. Like, it's only one team out there that everyone on the team is NBA players. So they really just took care of business, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it's just like the CONCACAF Nations League final, man. Come and get it. U.S. ain't losing it.
We got it right here. I mean, come on and grab it. If you think you got it, come on.
Come on, the king, pass not miss.
But I'm not bugging, right? Like we can honestly say like the world is in a sense catching up. Like more and more like international players are crossing over to the NBA and also then playing for their home country. So you can kind of see I'm not saying the gap's widely closed, like it's closed immensely, but it's slowly starting to close. Like you're starting to see like, hey, the world is like they're about this basketball stuff.
No, I think that's really why I say all the time that basketball will be the next soccer as far as like just pure participation like across the world, because China, billion people over there, like they will produce somebody that's great. You see Luque here just single-handedly like carried his team to the semifinal. And then actually I want to get your guys' thoughts on that, because what happened on the last shot there? Like, why?
I didn't see it, so I can't attest because I have a certain streaming service. So I'll leave that to you guys.
So you'll see it next year.
Yeah.
Whenever next season.
Next year you'll see what we're talking about.
But he brought the ball up the court, which again is like one of the benefits of having Luque, like a guy this tall that can handle the ball, take somebody off the dribble, and then passed off, and that guy just like blows a layup, and then
oh God,
I don't know. I thought Luque, that was his play all the way. Like it was like 20 seconds left. You got to take that shot.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. It was definitely like watching at the time. Like, is he? Oh, okay. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what thought process on that was. I think it was kind of them like overthinking. Like, all right, they know Luca's going to take the last shot. So they're going to focus on him. But like, there's a reason he's going to take the last shot, because he's probably going to fucking make the last shot. So I don't know what that deal was, but
just Luque too. Like, I mean, he's an automatic. You've got to double team this guy. Like, he's taller than most of the players on your team. He can probably get a shot off from anywhere, and he just deferred. And I was like, man, like such a non-Luca move right there. Like you gotta own this. Like either drive and kick out, or take that shot, or just take someone one-on-one. But I don't know. It left a bad taste in my mouth that they went out like that.
Russian mob interference. That's what it is. They made him defer it.
But at the end of the day, as I said, I am glad that USA came through, men's and women's, of course. We will never lose in women's basketball. Please believe that. But, and, you know, again, overall medal lead and gold medal lead.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's what you expect. It took longer than one would have hoped for the U.S. to claim the gold medal lead, but hey, did another Olympics. So again, hopefully in 2024, maybe establish a little more dominance again.
We will come back stronger. And also, shout out to my boy Rich Torres from Tulare. I know Tyler and I, yes, maybe had some, shall we say, financial concerns involved with this. But look, the dude's a gamer. He was fighting a giant guy from
huge guy.
Uzbekistan. I mean, this guy was like, Tyler put it perfectly. He was like, dude, he looks like one of the Klitschko's. Like, he can just
really
reach
did.
you everywhere. And Torres just kept shooting up in there. Like, all right, gotta go. Like, I'm gonna eat one. And I thought, as far as boxing goes, I'm gonna give it to Torres. As far as scoring goes, I'll give it to the other guy. But no shame in that at all with that silver medal.
Yeah, for sure. Torres, I think Torres was absolutely the better boxer, but like, you know, when a guy is 6'7" with a 9-foot reach,
like impossible reach,
you're gonna have to eat probably 4 shots just to get in and try to land one. I mean, at a certain, I've always said, like, being the better boxer doesn't mean he's gonna win. Sometimes, like at a certain point in time, just your natural advantage like becomes too big to overcome, and that's kind of what it was. But hey, Torres' game, I think he's a guy that will probably be seeing around it. Maybe not in like huge title fights, but you'll be seeing him around on boxing cards for quite some time, I think.
No, he won me over. Like, just like, I love this guy's heart. Obviously, the Tulare factor, and
Central Valley, baby.
He kept running up in there. Like, he was like, all right, I got to do what I got to do. And then last time they fought, he got knocked out in the first round. So, like embarrassingly knocked out. So he adjusted for that. And, there was a lot of like ref, like, hey, keep your head up. But he's like, I'm way shorter than this wolf. He's just like ducking him and then shooting inside. But
Torres isn't even a small guy either. He's probably like, what, 6'1", 6'2"?
I think he's running like 6'2", 260, probably.
Right. But he's 6'2", and he just looked tiny next to this other guy. Like, that was just like, I hadn't seen much of I hadn't really seen anything actually of the Uzbekistan fighter before. So maybe after some money was exchanged, and I finally saw the guy, I was like, oh damn, I should have taken this. I should have done this. But
God,
hey, it's all. I will never regret betting on a Valley boy.
You know what? Yes, I can sleep easy tonight with a clear conscience that I bet on my guy. Like, that's my guy. And I will mark out for him all the time, every time. But, and also, shout out to him, too, because as I also texted Tyler, he's kind of an interesting guy. Like, if you look him up on the Team USA website, it's like, he was in the robotics club at his high school. Favorite musical artist, Beethoven. And then he came out to Moonlight Sonata, and I was like,
Sonata, yeah.
This is weird, but it's kind of sick, though. Like, it's kind of creepy to the other person. Like, respect.
That guy fucked.
There you go. I didn't see. Did it say he went to if he went to Tulare Western or Tulare Union?
I don't know.
Did it say? Yeah.
But when I heard that Moonlight Sonata come on, I was like, all right. I already knew this fool was my dude, but 100% he is my dude. Because the other guy's standing in the corner like, what the fuck is this? Like, are we fighting or? Oh, all right.
What are you sipping on tonight, CEO?
Yeah, what you
Inquiring
got?
minds want to know.
Oh, honey, what is it? Riesling? Yeah, Riesling. I'm doing a toast to my wife who passed her graduate course.
Produced by who?
Hey, there we go.
Is it the Gallo collection?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, our budget is pretty low on this show. So.
Yeah, we can't advertise. Can't advertise.
And
Fair, that's true.
of
Yeah,
course, not a sponsor, but if you want to be,
could be if you want to be.
Just saying. But no, shout out to USA. I know I told Tyler too. I have to get up. I'm gonna go golfing early in the morning yesterday. He's like, it's 2 events left. We got second half of women's handball final and then water polo.
Oh my God, handball!
And ended up watching almost all the way through the men's water polo final.
Just watching some further Serbian dominance in the water polo.
No, it's a dynasty. I mean, what are you gonna say? But me, I like to see athletic excellence on any stage. So shout out to them. But unfortunately, we will have to wait until the Winter Olympics, which also I will binge watch. I'm just going to put that out there now. And, thank God, 2028. Oh, we're going. God,
we're going. We're so going.
Oh, man. Hey, Ron.
Yes?
I don't know. After drinking this, for some reason, I want to kiss you.
What about the Jets struggling?
I don't care about the Jets.
What about the Mets struggling?
I don't care about the Mets struggling.
There you have it. Broadway Joe coming in hot. All right, a couple more things I want to hit on. So now that we are in the dead time of sports, which until NFL starts, yes, I know they're trying to shove it down your throat, and that it's just going to happen. Like, just accept it. But nobody cares about the Hall of Fame game. So
True.
We do have some summer league. We do have some baseball pennant races going on. Even though 2 wild cards now. Shout out Phillies. Sorry, Mets. I did want to point this out because this was outrageous. Kai Jones on the Hornets, just getting loose on somebody.
How many minutes, Steph?
13.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a walking bucket. 6 for 7.
Oh my God!
Look away! Look away!
Thoughts and prayers, condolences.
That poor man's family. But yeah, summer league will give you some of the best dunks. I mean, everyone like at face value is trying to make the team anyway, and some of these draft picks, they're just like, I'll jump over this fool. Like, I will just dunk on his whole life, and that was incredible.
Yeah, that was plenty vicious. That was like I said, condolences to that man. Send flowers.
So my
Thoughts
thing,
and prayers.
how does a dunk, like his fingers touch the rim, or he'd be like Dwight Howard and throw it in?
I think it was. I think you did throw it in a little bit, but still, like just the audacity to go up, like, oh, I'll clear this hole. Grah!
He just in his head was like, I'm about to catch a body. Boom.
Yeah,
Did
somebody get out of the way, because out of the way, catcher, get out of the way.
Clips on there, by the way. I was thinking about that. It's actually pretty classic stuff.
No, that was pretty incredible, and well, I just apologize to Nick. It sounds like you're watching the Padres game. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, I mean, it's I'm listening in regard to what we talked about our financial decision with Musgrove.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, how did you come down on that, CEO? Like, I mean, did you do something on that?
Yeah, I made I looked at some stocks. I made some investments on it.
All right, I'll take your comments off air because it seems like you don't want to reveal what all went into that. But
yes, so much so that I don't even have any fucking idea what you're talking about.
Entertainment.
Obviously, yes, entertainment purposes only. But I think it was over under 6 strikeouts.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well,
your advice, the over.
Against the Marlins? Oh yeah, go over on that one for intent purposes only, of course.
But the Padres. Anyway, I don't want to delve too much into that.
It doesn't say he can't give up 5 runs in the process.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
True. Very true. Maybe 7 strikeouts and like 3 innings.
Yeah, there we go.
And he gets rocked for like 9 runs.
In the 4th.
That's right.
In the 4th. But please, Padre fans, give Hosmer a chance. Jesus Christ, why are you always chanting, trade him? Like, what?
I like you saying give him a chance for a guy that's been there for like 5 years.
And they're like, trade him.
Look, this guy just needs his shot, all right? Give him a chance.
Hey, just give him a chance, all right?
Like, Saturday's game, he tied the game, and people were like, trade this guy. I was like, oh, my God, what is wrong with you? And shout out to the guy.
I know. They've been getting in Darvish's ass, and he's looking pretty good right now. So
he's looking good.
Yeah. And then
actually, while I have you here, CEO, I do want to ask you about this. So I know you went to the game, Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday.
So Tony Hawk threw out a pretty strong first pitch.
Yes, he did.
Unfortunately, in the Chicago, I guess, north side of things, Lil Durk, who I do like, I do enjoy, Hellcats and Trackhawks, check it out. One of my favorite songs going right now. But this was 50 Cent-esque as far as just being terrible. I mean, a mile outside, he bounced it. Even the guy in the mascot, he couldn't pick it up. Like, I mean, come on. I guess really, I just shout out to Tony Hawk. I mean, natural athlete.
He did a 900 right down. I was like, wow, way to kill it, homie.
I did like a fake kickflip on the mound as well.
I was like, damn.
He gets it.
You know what? I don't know if I would call that 50 Cent-esque because 50's lefty and still somehow threw it to first base when he was trying to throw it home.
True.
That was more like the mayor of Cincinnati a few years ago, kind of bringing it all the way across and bouncing it like 10 feet in front of him.
That was still pretty bad. I mean, I felt like they were booing him also from the beginning, but Lil Durk is kind of a, how do I put this nicely, like polarizing figure, but he is from Chi-Town.
Right.
Is about that action, shall we say. And just not a good look. I mean, he he did make a whole family event, brought the kids out, whatever.
Yeah, it's nice.
But still, what is your approach to both of you gentlemen if you are throwing out the first pitch in an ceremonial, whatever, MLB, even minor league? Like, how do you go about it? Because you just don't want to look like a total clown.
So I've heard this advice from actual major leaguers. Well, not like me personally, but like in interviews, whatever, from major leaguers. They say it is better to throw it over the catcher than to short hop it. So just let it go. Just let it go.
I would, yeah. I completely on board with that. Like, oh man, this guy's got way too much to be contained. Like, wow. Like he doesn't even know the power he has. But yeah, the short bounce or just wildly off to one side or the other, not a great look. I'm just putting that out there right now.
I've really wondered, like, when people are like, because I assume it's the team that asks people, would you like to come throw the first pitch? Like, would you not practice? Like, would you not like go to the local park and be like, all right, like this has a mound. Let's work on this here. Like, maybe even just do like a dozen or so, just to make sure you're not like
or even
totally
like down in the batting cage before. Like, let me just get like 20 off, just like get in a rhythm, like where I'm not thinking about it so much. And
you know what I do? Maybe an umpire did check him afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Do you want lunch? We don't have no.
Had a little bit too much spider tack on there for his opening pitch. Maybe that was the problem.
Well, obviously he snapped it off. I mean, crazy breaking ball, like to the dugout over there.
Yeah.
But again, obviously I have never done it. So shout out Lil Durk, stepping up there in front of the masses, national TV, whatever is going on. And
here's a question about if you were able to both of you, if you were able to throw out a first pitch. Normally when they let celebrities do it, they actually do it from the front of the mound. Would you do it from there, or would you do it on the mound?
I do it from the mound. I just be like, I might get a chance to do this again, so yeah, I'm gonna do it from the mound.
On the mound for sure. Yes.
Good.
But
Correct
also, maybe I would throw like a weird knuckle curve or something that would kill somebody. But I'm
going for a screwball, and then I'm blowing out my elbow on an opening throw.
It was worth it. That's right. It was the greatest first pitch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, CEO Nick, unless you have anything to say about your Yankees.
Oh, yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them.
There we go.
An organization.
And there you have it, folks.
A record label. Fuck the Yankees. And you know what? A lot of props to Tony Gwynn. I saw an amazing stat today. I think I showed you, Tyler, that struck out in his whole career 437 times in his whole career, somewhere around there. That'd be pretty close. Giancarlo Stanton, John Sterling's favorite home run call, I will say. In 3 seasons, he has struck out 514 times. God damn it! Fuck me.
I'll say, like I told you, I actually was surprised it was that low. Just with kind of the current strikeout rates of the bigs, I was like, really, 513 in 3 years? That's not terrible.
Kind of, yeah. Unfortunately, I have to agree with that because strikeouts, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, everyone strikes out a ton.
Yeah. But looking at that, I was like, God, I hate the Yankees. I hate them. But I mean, hey, I still love John Sterling's home run calls because I've got a new one actually for Rizzo. All right, it is far. It is gone. A COVID shot for Rizzo. Oh man, his first dose ever.
Definitely looking for one of those right now.
But seriously, get better. It's not a thing really to joke around. But yeah, Rizzo get better. Still fuck the Yankees, but we could get you back in the field. And I think
Look, if
Musgrove.
Sterling took it to those levels, all right, then he's beyond. I mean, he might be the GOAT. His like tail off, whatever ad libs, already ridiculous. But if he ropes in like current COVID, whatever politics, like whoa, watch out. At 90 or however old he is,
There's levels to that man's home run calls.
Oh man. But also, too, I feel for the Mets. Like we were talking earlier, I feel for you guys. You know, I try to have some faith for the other New York team, but yeah, it's not looking good. But still, you're in a weak NL East. You could still make it. For God's sakes, the cumulus Braves are in second place. For God's sakes.
bias. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, the swing and his throw at his hip.
Well, I mean, even the second baseman was like, "Oh."
He's like, "Wait, was it a foul ball?"
And the umpire was like, "Oh, dang, this fool's hurt." So, like, you know, everyday bias, the gamer of like, oh, he's such a genius with all these plays coming up, like the glue of the Cubs for the last, I don't know, 8 years, and boom, go to the Mets. Oh, he's hurt.
Yeah, automatically hurt. Yeah, look, it's. I feel like, and again, look, there's still 2 months of season left. Who knows what'll happen? It's a weak division. One good weekend could put them right back into first place. But I almost feel like the Mets putting this on paper, really good team together, spending all this money, and still coming in third and possibly missing the playoffs is possibly the most Mets thing ever.
Peak Mets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All we need is a Ponzi scheme to really like put this over the top. Or one Ponzi scheme away from just, wow, that's the most Mets thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. That'd be something else. Justin, I actually don't even know if they can mathematically reach 127. Maybe the rest of this season and next season that might add up to 127.
No, but shout out to Justin. He is holding fast on his prediction.
That's true. That's true. He's not giving up.
I don't know where you come down on the Angels situation because not the best. But
they're a 500 team. They're 500.
No, it's a decent team. Let's say that. But
No, I mean, right now they are statistically a 500 team.
No, I know, but I mean, looking at division-wise, all right, Astros, A's, Angels, somewhere down there, where there's even the murmurs of like, do we let Ohtani go? Do we shut him down? Like, I mean, me personally, let him go.
Well, let him go.
I have no investment in that, so
right.
I'm not wishing for the young man to get hurt, but I do want to see some history be made.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
And actually, on that note, we did have the Angels-Dodgers at Dodger Stadium over the weekend, and shout out to the ball girl. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, anyone that's been in the pavilion at Dodger Stadium, it's pretty high. I mean, keep your head on a swivel. But
always,
you think, some of these ball girls on the chair, whatever, like, oh, I'm just going to get out of the way, like, security handle it. No. Lateral movement on point.
Put some respect on the name.
Marissa, shout out. I just want to say, this is how you contain. This is how you keep the edge. Force it back inside. Because this was a great play. I mean, there's no way other to describe it. Just, you force back into the flow of the defense, like maintain the sideline. And she did. And she was ready to hit someone. Like, she actually wanted to tackle that fool. So she got a good shove off and put him back inside. He wipes out. Maybe a couple ligaments later, he's getting piled on by security guards.
I hear the Detroit Red Wings are calling her, asking if she could play some defense. The way she put that dude to the board right there, that's impressive, especially considering how bad security bungled trying to chase that guy down. I saw he gave at least one or two guys the slip during that rundown.
He got I think 2 or 3. I mean, as far as high stepping him, he thought he was hot shit, but no, ball girl. She laid that to rest.
For those of you planning on running on the field in Dodger Stadium, don't go to right field. Marissa's got that shit on lock.
Yeah, take your chances in left, because Ed Reed is over there in right field, ready to just clean you out.
There we go. Good reference.
About that you.
That's true. He did do a little Bo Jackson zigging and zagging.
Well,
and Baron, also not a bad suggestion. Not a bad suggestion at all.
I mean, honestly, I think we're seeing a prime athlete right now. Could be recruited for anything. So, obviously, not afraid to hit, not afraid to get in the action, and mix it up. So,
Justin's comment just made me picture this security team.
The entire Raiders secondary.
Yeah, well, that too. But no, that just made me picture the security team at Dodger Stadium having post-game film sessions. It's just the head of security breaking it down with a pointer. The hell is this, guys?
What happened here? What is this? Dave?
The Giants in a training camp. The head security manager.
They're all running laps.
Run.
Yeah.
Run.
Sprints.
Yeah, shout out Marissa.
Yeah, Marissa, she lays the wood. I like that. I mean, she's not afraid to get, pad level, downhill on run plays. She'll throw that thing down. So, I mean, maybe Rams, Chargers. Think about it. Just saying.
Look, Chargers players get injured enough, so they might have to get Marissa out there just for the sake of bodies.
Wow, but get her on the practice squad. That whole team will turn around.
Or she'll just injure the whole team.
Marissa played too much. God, dang.
Marissa will get a starting spot just because she took out everybody that was originally a starter.
Well, I mean, nobody wants to see that, obviously. I mean, maybe whatever, dude. Raiders are a lost cause. But before we get out of here, huh?
You out of here?
Huh?
Yeah, I put Connor to sleep.
Oh boy,
good luck.
You know what that means.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right, guys.
But
all right,
there
thank you for
goes
joining us.
CEO Nick.
Oh, remember, I want to kiss you, Ronnie. I just want to kiss you.
What about the Jets struggling?
I don't care.
Struggling.
No. God, get away from me, Joe. You smell like. Oh.
There you have it. CEO Nick. In fine form on the celebrity hotline here. But we did have a UFC fight pay-per-view over the weekend. It pained me watching it. I only saw the main event, but it was disappointing. But let's check in with the fight doctor and let's just figure out what all happened here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. The heavyweight champion of the world.
There you have it. UFC 265. Let's just take a snapshot here. So we have the full card. But I will defer to the fight doctor. Fight Phlebotomist, if you want to check in. Also, always welcome.
Yeah. Look, overall, fairly decent card. A couple disappointments that we'll be getting into shortly here. But overall, solid card. Once again, nice to have fights in front of full crowds. I will say that. Crowds definitely do add to everything here. But let's just go ahead and start with the main event here. Our boy, America's sweetheart, Derek Lewis, taking on Cyril Gane for the quote interim unquote heavyweight championship. And look, just look at it right there. Look at the total strikes. Of course, for every strike for Derek Lewis is a significant strike. But just look at that, man. Gane just absolutely picked him apart. And, if he jumps on, I'm sure we can talk about it. But I know kind of in our group text this weekend, both the Fight for Bottoms and I both agreed. Just looking at Derek Lewis during the walkouts, he didn't look right. Something was off. I don't know if it was he was into it or the pressure was on him because, look, that could be a real thing. It is, as much as we mock it, it's still a title fight. It's in front of a home crowd that I'm sure he knows a ton of people that are at. Like, that pressure is going to build on you. And he just looked like he did not want to be there. Gane looked composed. He looked like a championship fighter out there. Just absolutely picked Lewis apart. Lewis, I don't know if he wasn't ready for the speed. I don't know what it was, but Gane just had his way with him, picked him apart completely, was never in any imminent danger. Lewis, look, we all know Lewis, he's looking to throw that big right and knock you out. Gane didn't look scared of it. He went in there, he got his shots, he got away, go back in, get his shots, get away. It was, I don't know, just a weird fight from Lewis. Unfortunately, it's not the first time that Lewis has done something like this in a big fight. Yeah. I kind of thought, maybe he was kind of past that. He was, really building up for it. This is his big run. But Gane, again, just picked him apart, had his way with him, and gets the TKO in the third round. I will say it was really weird right off the bat. I know, Ronnie, you and I both kind of said this in the text, was I don't know what Lewis was doing throwing all those kicks from the beginning. That was really weird.
Yeah, I thought maybe in the first couple rounds that was like some kind of like distraction thing, or like, oh, he's not going to do that. Like, oh, we didn't plan for this. But he kind of was like shell-shocked and just kept doing that. And Gane, I think also, once Lewis did feel like a couple of just like straight punches from Gane, he was like, oh, this guy actually can punch. Probably not as hard as Lewis, but hard enough. And way too fast for me. And then Lewis, that's our boy on this program. That is our guy. But he clearly was just not ready for that. Like, the combination of everything, it was just like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, just weird. Especially like Gane is a very accomplished Muay Thai fighter. So, Lewis, not, again, known for kicks at all. So kind of like him even trying to throw those kicks is like, Gane is going to be way too fast for that. Like, you're not going to be able to, a regular dude is not going to be able to throw a head kick on a Muay Thai fighter. Even if it comes out of nowhere, like, it's not going to be fast enough. He's going to see that and get out of the way or block it.
And then Lewis doing like jumping head kicks. I was like, okay, like, this is cool, but also lets me further know that he is like stuck on the one thing and he doesn't have a plan beyond that. Like, okay, this is like kind of a desperate man, like last act of a desperate man right now. Like, I don't know how this probably not going to end well for my boy.
Yeah, again, it was real ugly, and I haven't read any medical reports. I wouldn't be shocked if maybe Lewis has like a broken or a fractured orbital bone because he took a lot of straight rights right to his eye, just completely flush, and it was hurting him because you could see he kept kind of like reaching up towards his eye. Like, at first I thought he was trying to say he got poked, and then after a while it was like, oh no, I think like that's just like really messed up, like he's hurting on that. So again, real disappointing performance from Lewis. Where he goes from here. Maybe Stipe Miocic if Miocic doesn't want to wait until getting his his shot against Ngannou. Maybe he gets Marcin type or somebody like that, fighter like that. I don't know. Alexander Volkov maybe. I don't know where he goes. It almost seems like maybe he's definitely got the power to win any fight with one punch at any time. But again, he's this is 2 or 3 real big fights that he's kind of disappointed in. So I hate to say he's going to be like a top 5 gatekeeper, but it almost looks like he's destined to be a top 5 gatekeeper.
Yeah.
So,
and I hate, I knew the knock on Lewis was like all the really true UFC fans were like, he doesn't do MMA. He just knocks people out. And I was like, yeah, but it's awesome. And so their clapback was like, all right, you see what happens now when he goes up against total package MMA guy. And I was like, I don't have anything to say against that. Yes, he got caught up by a guy that was as big, faster, more technique, everything. It just happened, and it made me sad. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, look, I mean, we said it on Friday. Gon's, from a technical standpoint, Gon might be the best heavyweight fighter from a pure technical standpoint. Just when you watch his technique, his delivery, his just everything is really impressive. But even that, if they rematch tomorrow, I would still say, look, Lewis needs to hit him once. That's granted, he didn't look like he wanted to be there. He didn't look like he could hit him. But that is Lewis's thing, is he still just needs to hit anybody once and he can win a fight. So he's always going to be that kind of a threat. Even major MMA heads can't deny that. Maybe you don't like it because he's not technical. He's a one-trick pony, but it's a hell of a trick that he's got. So he's always a threat no matter who he's facing.
And you could see in the fight that he was hanging on, he still believed, he knows, all right, if I just touch him one time, that could be it. But Gon just kicked the shit out of his front leg, and then it just got to a point where it's how are you going to get this punch off? We need that one.
Sorry, Justin. What is that particularly in reference to? But well, look, and that was kind of my next thing. Is now where does Gon go? Well, I mean, you got to imagine his next fight is going to be against Francis Ngannou. It doesn't seem like the Ngannou Jones fight is happening anytime soon. We don't know what's happening with Stipe, so I would imagine they're going to unify the belts with the next fight, whenever that's going to be. Francis, I would imagine you could probably make that fight happen before the end of the year, because Gon took almost no damage in this fight. So we could get a heavyweight title unification pretty quick here. In that one, I'm
kind of wondering about that too, because Gon, even being in this as we said, sort of made up interim title fight, he is on sort of a meteoric rise. They are definitely pushing this guy, and he has proven all the way every time he's been thrown out there, he is the real deal. But man, I don't know. I think there's some kind of fences to be mended with Ngannou. Obviously he's still part of UFC, but yeah, probably before the end of the year. Yeah, but it's going to be awkward. And then him, Gon, and Ngannou's training relationship and all that. Maybe I don't know how that drags out, but Gon said he was ready to go, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, look, usually, and I know that I haven't seen it. I was actually going to look it up after the show tonight. I know there is some, you can find footage out there of those two sparring together, which I'd be really interested in seeing. Right now, if you ask me, I would still take Ngannou. As great as Gon looked, I think Francis's last couple fights have really kind of changed my perception of him. Before I kind of thought of him exactly he was like Lewis, but even crazier with the one trick pony. Where Lewis will knock you out and Ngannou will kill you if he punches you.
Right.
But Ngannou's, particularly his last fight against Stipe, where he showed a lot more patience, maybe even a little bit more technique. Like
he
that
just
really kind
rounded
of
out. Yeah, like
like I told you and Justin during the fight, like when I saw his patience, I kind of like sat up in my chair, like, oh, okay, this is a different Francis. So I still like Francis in the one, but I do think that's a pretty interesting fight, just because it is I don't know, like Gon's ability to like get in, get a few punches, get out, repeat, could prove a little frustrating for Francis. But I think I was, if I was pressed, I would still think Gon it right now. But we'll see where that goes. Again, I'm sure, that fight could happen before the end of the year, but if it does, we probably won't hear anything about it for a couple months. So in the meantime, let's go into the co-main event here. We had Jose Aldo getting the unanimous decision victory against Pedro Munoz. I will say this, as far as the stand-up game, this is probably the best I've seen Aldo look in years. I know he's been working with the Brazilian Naval Boxing Academy, and it showed. I mean, this really just was kind of all Aldo did was box, and he looked absolutely outstanding. You can see here, 114 total strikes out of 223 thrown. Just outclassed Munoz the whole way through. I was incredibly impressed with Aldo. He didn't even throw really any leg kicks, which that's kind of like his thing is if he throws a leg kick, it's going to break your leg. So I was really impressed with Aldo in this one. I don't know where Munoz goes. He's still a perennial top 5 guy, but this is going to make him drop in the standings a bit. So good look for Aldo, though. I thought he looked real good in this fight.
Now, I was racing back home just to see, like the main event, the Lewis fight, and nervous that I would not make it. So I pulled up There Are Ways, entertainment
of course,
purposes only, on my phone to see, just where it was at in the event. And I know Tyler had pointed out, like, this is probably going to be a bloodbath. And it was for a while. But, yeah, Aldo, I mean, he whooped him. I mean, pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Munoz was game, but Aldo just, again, I think this is the best I've seen his boxing look in a long time, ever since he was the champ, which was like 10 years ago, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, just absolutely outstanding, outclassing by Aldo. So I'm kind of excited to see where he goes. I know I made my thoughts very vocal when he dropped a weight class and was immediately thrown into the title scene. I hated that, but now he's got a couple wins back under his belt. So look, you want to give him a title rematch? He may have earned it by now. I don't know, but definitely excited to see where he goes. Just a couple other thoughts on the card. I don't have any of the other heat maps here, but the third fight there listed
there we go.
My guy Vicente Luque beating Michael Chiesa by submission here. This was an amazing display of ground game here. Chiesa, of course, a submission specialist. Luque, kind of an all-around just exciting fighter. But Chiesa was able to actually get on Luque's back, sunk in a rear naked choke pretty deep on him. Like, it looked like Luque was going to be out. He managed to hold strong, spun out, got under Chiesa, got over to his head, and threw on a Darce choke. I watched the replay, and I still don't know how he did it. But he was able to throw on a Darce choke, rolled around with Chiesa for, probably a good 10 seconds before Chiesa finally tapped. Just absolutely outstanding performance from Vicente Luque, getting the win out of nowhere. This definitely, I know after the fight he called out Champ, called out Usman. I don't know if he's ready for Usman, but the thing is, Usman's beaten all the other top 5 contenders, so kind of Luque is maybe the only match to make
he's
there.
ready for Usman.
Yeah.
If you're Dana, yes.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Luque probably needs one other fight against a top 5 guy, but the problem with the top 5 welterweights is for the last 3 years is they all just complain on Twitter about how they're not getting a title shot and wait until they actually are given a title shot. So Luque kind of being proactive in calling out for a fight. I don't know, maybe that's not the best way to go. It seems like, just kind of sitting back and complaining on Twitter is the right way to get the title shot. But massive win for him. Very happy for him. Glad to see him get that win. Other 2 fights on the card were fine. Tesha Torres, I thought, looked really impressive against Angela Hill. And then the first fight there between Casey Kinney and Yadong Song. Pretty exciting fight. Wound up being a split decision. I think I told Justin I think I had Kenny winning. He had Song winning. So Song gets the split decision there. Overall, though, solid night. Definitely, good pay-per-view. Yeah, of course, unless you're a Derek Lewis fan, that's a bit disappointing. But yeah, overall, it was fun. And yeah, there we go. There's the Fight Phlebotomist giving his thoughts on Vicente Luque's win there.
Well, I mean, just looking back at the highlights, yes, obviously I am very disappointed. Maybe financial concerns were involved, but it's not going to make or break me on Lewis. Hoping for more there, but the Chiesa Luque fight I thought was great. I mean, Chiesa is very entertaining. He just seems like a guy that likes to fight, and Luque just like busted a crazy ass move that was great. I mean, I thought that was a really good, like, entertaining fight all around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, there was no doubt in my mind. I mean, look, Vicente Luque, he's incapable of a boring fight. Case is a guy that brings it, very creative with his submissions as well. So yeah, it was just like, again, I still don't know how Luque pulled that out, but it's, of course, that's his like third or fourth one with a Darce choke, so that's kind of becoming his specialty on the ground.
That's his move, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still, just like the fact that he was so deep, like caught deep into a rear naked choke, and then somehow still slipped out and scrambled to it was impressive to say the least. But again, solid night of fights there, good card. Again, we'll see where the heavyweight division goes with the quote interim unquote champion. But yeah, look, I'd say yeah, definitely. If you got time to kill, go back and check this card out. Solid card.
Yeah, no, I mean, neither of us, including actually all three of us, if you add in the phlebotomist, we're not crazy about the interim hijinks. But I guess it did what Dana wanted it to do, which is push Lewis to the side and not have to worry about that, which, again, after the performance that we saw Saturday, what do you think he would have really done against Ngannou? Like, even, yes, they fought before, but showing up like that, it's just, he's going to mop the floor with you. So it just paves the way, I guess, for Gon and Ngannou.
I think that's where it's going to go, but for all we know, Dana's Gon will say, "Yeah, I'm ready to fight in 3 months," and then Dana will make an interim championship bout between John Jones and I don't know,
interim champion.
Yeah. Who even knows what Dana's going to do at this point?
Actually, nobody knows.
I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Okay.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah.
So that's where he's at. I mean, we got that live reaction of Dana. But, yeah, it'll be, interesting to kind of see what happens here. I feel bad for my boy, Lewis. I still believe in you. I still love you as a, champion that you are. Maybe not.
Oh, no. Did we lose Ronnie?
Oh,
there we go. He's back.
Older, but
all right, Ron, we're losing you a little bit. The connection's a little bit shitty, so I think this might be
the spirit of a champion.
There we go.
Just not.
There we go. We got you back.
The best showing on Saturday. I'll be the first to. Hey.
Whoa.
I'll be the first to. Hey.
Whoa. Seeing double here. 4 Ronnies.
Whoa.
Hey. There we go. Whoa. Seeing double here. 4 Ronnies.
All right. The lag is extremely confusing to me right now, so I don't know what's happening. But thank you for joining us. The lag is extremely confusing to me right now, so I don't know what's happening. But
this is the fantastic ending to the show here.
The lag is extremely. I don't know what happened there.
Oh boy, Ronnie, you caught up with us, or you still lagged? All right. Well, this isn't ending well, so let's go ahead and call an end to the show.
I got nothing. Shut it down. You know what? This whole thing was a bad idea. Close it.
Cut it.
Blow it out.
At the buzzer.